Hey, everybody. Welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sister. I'm Kristi Brower, and I am here by myself tonight. You're used to me and Katie, but Katie is away today. So I'm covering this gig. And as you know, tonight is the Thursday night psychic show. So this is where we go a little off from what we normally do around true crime around here, and we just focus a little more on the psychic side of things, on the metaphysical side of things. It's a lot of fun. We really enjoy it. So I hope you'll take a moment to jump into the chat because this is an interactive show for sure. And we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook right now. So I appreciate the opportunity when y'all jump in here to get to talk to you and get to know you a little bit better and ask you some questions. And, later on in the show, I'm going to do some readings for you. So feel free to jump on in because I'd love to hear how you're doing. I'll tell you how I'm doing. I'm doing pretty great. We've had a little change of plans. We were going to go camping this weekend, and it has rained and snowed off and on for the last couple days. And that does not make for fun camping. So we're not going camping. We're taking a little road trip instead. So we're still getting out of town for the weekend, which I'm really glad of. Sometimes I need to get out of this house. You guys, I work from home. I'm always home. So some days I'm just very ready to go somewhere other than here. So I'm looking forward to that in the morning. I'm actually even going to do a couple of pop-ups for you this weekend that will be remote pop-ups because they won't be from my house. They will be from wherever we are in the moment when I decide to pop on and tell you a story. So I'm looking forward to that this weekend. Welcome, Innocuous, Jerry, RJ, Terry, Patricia. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on in. Just pile on in the door. We've always said, and we've been saying this for 11 years now, that everyone is family with the Psychic Sisters. And that is true. We love you guys and we love that you're a part of our community. There's JR. Hello. I'm always worried if we don't have RJ and JR. I mean, you guys sort of balance everything out for us if you didn't know. So we usually kick off this show with a question about what did you make for dinner? And I will tell you, nothing yet. We're actually going to go out to dinner after the show. So my niece is here to visit, so we're going to go out to dinner with her and just have a little bit of fun rather than cook and then have to clean up after, you know, before heading out of town, which I hate. There's Jessica and Renee. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you here. Really nice to see you all here tonight. So feel free to share what you had for dinner or made for dinner in the chat because we always love to see. I don't know about you all, but oh, Lene, good to see you. Oh, Patricia says meatloaf, garlic, mashed potatoes, and corn. Now that is an Idaho dinner right there. If you didn't know it, I don't know if you're from Idaho, Patricia, but that is a very Idaho meal. I grew up on that. Ooh, Jessica made jambalaya. Nice. RJ said it was a rush night, so frozen pizza here. Oh, I'm all about that. All about it. I did it last night. Let's see. JR, grilled chicken and rice. Terry pizza. Nice. Oh, Patricia says she is in Michigan cooking the traditional Idaho dinner. You just don't even know. But some kind of a meat dish, mashed potatoes and corn. Like that was my dad's go-to. So if my dad was cooking, you knew what you were getting. Meat, potatoes, corn. Meat, potatoes, corn, always. But I am in Idaho. So, potatoes, kind of a thing here you may have heard. So, yeah. Oh, Mary Jean, frozen pizza here too. Hey, don't knock it. Some nights you just don't have time for anything else, right? I hear that. We have this great little place here that makes pizzas that you just take home and bake. So they make them fresh and you just go pick them up and then bring them home and bake them. They're really good. And real easy on a night when you just don't have much time, you know? I would love to know how you all have been feeling lately. How have you been all feeling in the last week? I have a couple of things to talk about the way that I've been feeling, the way I've been seeing kind of other people feeling, people I work with feeling. So I'd love to hear what's your week been like? Oh, oh, JR says, and some pre-work. I am about to work out. Nice. Jessica says, love meat, potatoes, and creamed corn. Oh, creamed corn. Yikes. Can't do it. But Jessica, I'm glad you can. I grew up in a family of people who love creamed corn, and I hate it. Yeah, so I'd always have to skip that. Terry loves potatoes. Me too. I love potatoes. Been living on potatoes all my life, and now they're like, you really shouldn't be eating those. They're not good for you. And that's a that's a hard habit to break. We did keto and super low carb for a long time. We're just low carb now. And every once in a while, we buy these little tiny potatoes and we bake them real quick and we get to eat them because my wife and I are like, just miss potatoes so bad and we've lived on them our whole lives. And yeah, so we get potatoes every once in a while. Let's see. Innocuous has been feeling agitated. Jessica says, been good but sluggish. Mary Jean says, exhausted, ungrounded. Patricia says, it's been rough. Gary says, I feel like I want to cry for 10 hours, but no particular reason. Yeah. Terry, a little down, a little down. A friend of mine died on Tuesday. I'm so sorry, Terry. And Oriana had frozen pizza. Well, I have been noticing that we have been having what I call a root crown shift. And so I talk about everything in energy because that's how I see it. That's how I read things is in energy for the most part. And so a root crown shift means that our root chakras are shifted out of alignment a little bit, usually making them underactive. It's kind of like think about when you've got water running through a garden hose and you kink it a little bit. Some water still gets through, but not all the water gets through. That's how our energy bodies are functioning. So when your root is shifted out, then that cord, that connection to the earth is kinked off just a little bit. So we're not getting quite enough life force energy coming through the energy body. So what should happen is we get life force energy that comes up through the root chakra and it comes all the way up through your energy body and clears out the crown of your head. That's energy breathing, right? We're breathing in new energy, breathing out the old energy through the tops of our heads, right? Well, when that root gets shifted and we're not getting enough energy coming through, it's kind of like the pressure. Have you ever had your water pressure go down at your house and then like your shower head won't work? It's kind of like that. Like there's energy coming in, but it's not enough energy to actually clear out the crown of your head. So then your crown gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It just starts building up inside of your body and it creates mental agitation, physical exhaustion, emotional overwhelm, low vibration, exhaustion, that kind of thing is all very normal in a root crown shift. So, one of the things we're going to do here on the show tonight is I'm going to do a little energy work with all of you to put our roots and crowns back into balance because a root crown shift can be real crappy. And I often see that a root crown shift will happen to a lot of us at the same time. So some shifting happens in the world, on the planet, in our communities, in our country that makes us feel a little unstable in the root chakra, which is the center of safety, security, and stability, if that makes sense. So you might have some personal reasons for feeling that way. We may also have some collective reasons of feeling that way that cause that root to go out of balance. And then we all get these overactive crowns. And that's where that agitation comes from. Is that energy that's just stuck in your head and it won't go anywhere and you can't stop thinking about it and it just won't shut up, right? That's where that comes from. RJ says it's been a very difficult week. A very difficult anniversary is coming up. Sure. It doesn't help when we have kind of Just some collective stuff going on as well. Frankie says, I have no energy and feel like crap. Um, oh, Lene says, yep, that sounds just like her. Oriana says, very tired, ready for the weekend. Mary Jean says, this is super validating and informative. I'm so glad. I love talking about energy because I know that when I'm feeling it, and 3 or 4 of my clients are saying they're feeling it, um, then I know a lot of people are, that a good share of us are, particularly those of us that are pretty energy sensitive. So if you're an empath, then you're probably feeling it. So we're gonna fix that for all of us. We're gonna do that collectively. Kev says, "Is that what is taking place today? Because I feel like a giant floppy fart." I don't exactly know what that means, but I think that does mean what we're talking about, Kev. You crack me up. That's funny. So, yeah, so what we have to do is we have to put that root chakra back in place, right? We have to fix the kinked energy cord where we're not drawing enough energy. And then we have to draw some energy all the way up through the energy body. And we have to open up that crown chakra and release all that extra stuff that's up there that's making us feel agitated, making it difficult to sleep, making it hard to manage emotions, that kind of thing. Oh, Patricia, my mom passed away on Saturday, and I feel like I've been completely knocked head over heels. I am so sorry, Patricia. That is one of the most hard losses we all go through, isn't it? I can definitely empathize. My mom's been gone almost 10 years, but it still doesn't feel any better than it did when she died. And I don't mean to say that to make you feel worse because it does get better, but there's a part of it that is always going to be there, isn't there? But you can definitely benefit from this energy we're going to do. Mary says, even my dogs are tired. Yeah, our animals are very susceptible to the energy that we all feel. So let's do this together, okay? We're going to do a balancing to solve this problem. Oh, yeah. Kev says, like a whoopee cushion that is not fully deflated. I gotcha. I gotcha. That makes sense. Kirsten feels tired today. Okay, let's boost us all up because that's what we really need. So we're going to do this is energy breathing with kind of a couple of extra, um, I don't know, added details to extra benefits, I guess. So I want you all to just close your eyes if you can. If you're driving or something, please don't. And just take a couple of deep breaths. All right. Now, I want you to bring your attention to your root chakra. And I think what you're going to find for most of you is that your root chakra is not sitting in the center of your body like it should be, but is sitting shifted off to the left or the right, the front or the back. So just kind of feel mine is shifted to the left. That's pretty much my habit is if my root shifts out, it shifts to the left. But everybody might feel it a little bit differently. So I want you to put your attention on that energy body. And I want you to shift your hips. And when you shift your hips, you're going to pull your root chakra with it, with your hips into the center of your body. So just shift whichever direction you need to shift and pull that energy center into the center of your body. Okay. It might take a time, it might take a try or a a try or two. See, I'm not grounded either. To get it centered in your body. That's really important to make energy breathing work for us and to solve the problem we have going on. Then we just need to have that root shift. Okay. So shift it into the center of your body. Now, I want you to just feel that root chakra that runs all the way down your legs to the bottoms of your feet. And we're going to drop our root cords out of the bottoms of our feet down. Let them just run down to the center of the earth. We're just going to ask the goddess Gaia, who is the spirit of the earth, to take a strong connection and make a strong connection with our root cords. So just clasp hold of them and ground us and center us. And you might sigh or have a big exhale when this happens, because suddenly you feel grounded again. Suddenly you feel reconnected. Now, once we've done that, we're going to draw that earth energy, that red, vibrant, physical energy, up through our root cords, all the way up to the bottoms of our feet, up through our legs to our root chakra. And we're just going to energize that root chakra now. Now that it's in place and where it should be, consider this your energetic chiropractic adjustment for the day. Now that we have this energy in the place that we want it to, we're going to do some energy breathing. So when you breathe in, I want you to pull that life force energy from the root chakra all the way up to the center of your body, to the top of your head. And when you breathe out, you're going to breathe old energy out the crown of your head. So all that energy that's making it hard to sleep and making you feel irritated and agitated and stuff in your brain, you're just going to breathe it out through the top of your head. Okay. And we're going to do that about 5 times. So let's start. Take an in breath. And as you do that, draw that energy up all the way up to the top of your head. Now breathe out and push out everything that you've been storing up in there because your crown wasn't clearing. Now we're going to do it again. Breathe in and draw up. Breathe out and push out. One more. Breathe in, draw up. Breathe out, push out. And again, breathe in, draw up. And breathe out, push out. And last one. Breathe in, draw up. And breathe out, push out. There we go. I hope that feels better for you. That is one way to shift a root crown shift back into place, is to put your root back into place and then do some energy breathing. This is something that you could do for yourself every single day if you want to. So remember to check your root first and shift it into place. Then connect with Gaia, draw that energy up, and then breathe in new energy, breathe out old, breathe in new, breathe out old. That's all you have to do. It's awesome. Totally, totally awesome to do for yourself. You will find that you are so much more balanced and that you settle down. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I felt my root cords connect, I felt this sense of connection. And all of a sudden, everything inside of me just kind of went, whew, like, okay, that's what I was missing. This was messed up. I feel much better now. Yeah. Yeah. Kev says, I felt and saw my root out on the right of me. Good. Good job. Cranky says, you have no idea how I needed that. I have a pretty good idea. I'm kind of a barometer. I'm a very physical empath. And so one of my gifts, skills, curses, I don't know, is that I have a tendency to feel what the collective is feeling. And so if I'm feeling a certain way, I know you guys probably are too. And so I have a tendency to have a pretty good idea, like physically and emotionally, what's going on for most people inside of me. So that's one of the ways that I use my skills to help other people, is by, tapping into what am I feeling? You guys probably feeling it too. Oh, good. Kat says that was awesome. Thanks so much. Oh, good. Some of you feel better. I need to work on my root. Yeah, Kat, try doing that every day. That's a great way to work on your root. Mary says she feels better. Carmen says she definitely needed that. Awesome, you guys. I'm so glad that feels better to you, because it certainly feels better to me too. Very quick fix to balance your energy body and get you moving again and grooving again in a way that feels good to you. This is a great way to do that. So don't forget it. I call it energy breathing. That's just kind of my perception of it is it's like this is like the energy system is sort of like your circulatory system or your digestive system. We all have that system in us, just like we have all the other systems in us, that we learned about in biology and in health class. There's an energy system too, and it just never got brought out into the world for us. And so that's one reason I love teaching energy stuff is because that is exactly what we can do is we can learn about it, we can learn how to adjust it, you know? You know what to do for the other systems in your body to feel better. Well, wouldn't it be cool if you also knew what to do for the other energy systems, for the energy body system? And it turns out you can. And it turns out actually it's a lot easier to fix the energy system, the energy body, than it is to fix some of the other systems in the body. Uh, I believe that about you, Kristi. Your guides were right about my uncle. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. You're very welcome. I wanted to talk to you a little bit tonight, you guys, and throw in your questions in the chat. I'm happy to do some readings for you. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what does it mean to be a crime psychic? Because obviously, Katie and I both have that skill. That's one reason why we do this show. There's so many reasons why we do this show, as you can tell. But one of them is that we both have some skills when it comes